Y'all, the devil is working overtime. So I'm here at the Plasma Center. If you guys don't know, I do donate plasma, and it's a way to make extra money. So I transferred over to a different plasma center from where I was going to where I'm going now. And ever since I've transferred, it's been the beginning of May. And when you donate plasma, for this plasma center, they told us that we had to be able to finish the whole donation process. So we get to donate twice in a week. And all the way up to May 31st, we have to finish like 8 donations. And if we don't, then we will not get the full payment. So I donate because it helps with bills, because who doesn't like getting extra money to pay for the bills that you have to definitely get paid for? Otherwise, you're gonna be late on them, and things are gonna be cutting off, like electric and stuff. So both Gianni and we both donate, and I was going to use this money that I was collecting from donating to pay for my bills. And thank the Lord that we don't have any bills at the moment due, because we are caught up, but we still have, like, I wrote all my bills down. It's still a list of bills that we have to pay for by the end of this month. And yeah, the devil's working overtime. I was watching this YouTuber. I'll have to put his channel around here somewhere. I don't remember his name off bat, but I watched his recent video, and he was saying, he bless his heart, he lost $10,000 or something, up to like $10,000. I can't imagine ever losing that much money in one time, but yeah, he lost that. And he was saying how the devil is working overtime, and it is. The devil is working overtime, because I went in there, I sat down to answer the questions, because you have to answer the questions before you donate. And if you don't know the full process of donating plasma, I do have a video that you can definitely go and check it out. And so before we can go and donate, we have to answer the questions that involved, or that they are asking. I sat down, I scanned my finger, it popped up, it said, "Is this you?" It had a picture of me. I was like, "Yes, this is me." I click yes. Once it moved to the next screen, it said, "Sorry, you cannot donate at this time. Please see a worker. Please see an employee." So I'm like, okay, Gianni, this happened to Gianni last week when we had donated. It said the same thing to him. But when he went to the back to see what was wrong, it wasn't anything serious. So he was allowed to still come back and donate. When I went back there, the phlebotomist or the worker had told me, she said that my protein was low. It was a 6.3, and it had to be like a 7.0 or like a 7.2. It had to be around that range to like 8.0 or something, but it was 6.3, which means that my protein was not high enough for me to donate. So that means I lose the money that I will be getting, that I should have gotten today, as well as all the way up until, I believe she said, like the 25th, which means that I would only really have 2 days where I can get that cash, and you can make some really good money. And so that means, since I didn't donate the whole 8 times in this month of May, I lose most of my money. I'm only getting paid like a quarter of what they will give you. And I know you guys are probably thinking like, well, don't you have like delivery to fall back on? Yes, I do have delivery. Thank the Lord, I have delivery to fall back on that can help me with the bills also. But because this was like a second source of income, it really sucks, because that would mean that I will have to put more mileage on the vehicle, just stuff like that. Just minor things, but you know what I mean. I do delivery, by the way, if you guys don't know. And so I was just sitting back and thinking, because I had all hopes of coming here and donating and having a successful donation. I was going to help, I was going to turn my phone on. My phone is currently off at the moment. I use our Wi-Fi at the house, so I'm grateful for that, but it is currently off at the moment because phone bills, they're so high. Why are they so high? I don't know. So I was going to get the money from today to pay for my phone bill, but I can't cut my phone bill on anymore because I can't donate. So sorry, I had to check and see if it was still recording. It is hot out here. I don't want it to like go off on me. But yeah, so they say that when the devil works overtime, then you're doing something right in your life, maybe, or something like that. I believe that. I believe that when more jabs are getting thrown at you, then you're doing something right. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm doing right. I feel like I am more, I feel like I'm better in tuned with who I am as a person nowadays than I ever have been. And I'm focusing more on myself and what I know that I deserve. And the devil doesn't like that. And I don't mean to get all spiritual with you guys. I don't really want this channel to be like a spiritual journey or anything. You know, we all have different beliefs. We all believe in different, you know. But it really, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. And I'm just a little sad, but I'm not upset. I'm sad, but I'm not like too sad, because it's just money. I know that money sadly makes the world go round. Money, you know, why do we need money to even be happy in life? That's sad. But it does. And we need it in order to survive. And otherwise, you'll be on the streets. You'll be living in your vehicle, if you have a vehicle. I mean, if you don't have money to pay for the vehicle, then you can't live in the vehicle. But it just sucks, you know. I'm looking around and I see a couple homeless people who are sitting there just twiddling their thumbs, probably in their own heads, but they seem to be some of the sweetest, most genuine people out there. And I've met a few really good homeless people, and they were very, very sweet. So it makes you think like, okay, if you have money to pay for the things that you have to pay for, and then have extra with like, you know, getting things that you may want or things you may need, but at the same time, if you don't have, and it can make you happy, it's hard to get this stuff. It's hard to get, you know, get money at certain times, especially if you don't have a vehicle. Like, not everybody has a vehicle. Not everybody has a remote job, so they have to go to this place, and you have to have a vehicle to get to this place, unless you're just down the street from it. It makes no sense at all. But it's sad when the homeless are the sweetest people on this earth than people who have to work their asses off in order to get that financial freedom to become then happy. But even when you are financially free, are you really happy? If you aren't happy with yourself or what's going on in your life, money is just money. It's just there to keep that roof over your head, to keep that vehicle, to keep that name of the vehicle. You know what I mean? So when I say that I am upset, but at the same time, it is what it is. I mean, I've paid for my bills. I was blessed, lucky enough and blessed to did like this little fee for my vehicle, so I don't have to pay the full car amount. And I'm paying almost $300 a month for my vehicle, and it's not even like a new vehicle, it's a used Kia Soul, So I just wanted to get on here and rant and just let you guys know that I'm doing okay, by the way. If you guys don't know, I did have a post, and I was lucky enough to go with a friend and my boyfriend, and we went canoeing, or we went on a lake in a canoe, and it was very, very peaceful. It's very, very nice. It was a great getaway. This happened a few days ago, and I'm so grateful that I got to do that and got to experience that again. I got to experience it before, but anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, all that happened, and then bam, I get hit with not being able to get the money I thought I was going to get today. This is another reason why I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket, because see, when you only have one source of income, you never know if that income is going to remain to be with you. Like, you have to have 2 sources, 3 sources in today's economy, and depending on where you live, 4 or 5 sources of some kind of income, some kind of money coming in. It's so sad. It's so twisted. And honestly, the only peace that I really get is being in nature and just looking around at the beautiful trees, at the beautiful sky, at meeting beautiful people. There are beautiful people that has come into my life, and I've got the chance to meet them, and they've been so nice to me. So this little sad little moment of me not being able to donate, it will pass by. Like I said, I'll have to wait until closer to the end of this month before I can redonate, or before I can go back and donate again, because my freaking protein. And it's so crazy because I thought I eat a lot of protein, but when I think about it, we would eat chicken non-stop. And since we stopped eating that chicken, it went down tremendously. I remember being around like the 7.5 range, but since we stopped eating our protein and eating our chicken, then it went down. So it's like, joke on me. But at the same time, I was never told any of that. They check your blood, they check your hematocrit or something. They check everything they need before you can even donate. So I was never told anything, but it was waiting for my blood to come back, because since I was a new donor in May to this new one, then they pricked my finger and they grabbed the blood, like a little tube of blood, and they took it to the lab in Alabama, I believe she said. And so it takes a while for the lab to process it all, to send it back, to then tell you if you are capable of, or if you are allowed to come back and donate. And so that's why it's going to take a while. I have to come back on the 15th to get another tube of blood. And then when that comes back, then I can come back and donate. So it's going to be the end of this month before I can donate again. So this whole month, I would have missed out on some pretty good money. It is what it is. It's also another funny thing, because my name is Santiago. This is really off topic. My name's Santiago, and the guy who I had seen earlier today, his channel, his last name is Santiago, and he is going through a lot of stuff right now. And after seeing that, this happens to me. So be careful out there, you guys. Stay safe. Don't let the devil win, because the devil is trying 10 times harder now, especially to those of us who are working towards being a better person in life, and who really wants to be a better person, and who really knows that we can be. So when the devil sees that you're trying, and that you're trying to set your goals, and that you're trying to go towards the things that you want to do, when the devil sees that you are doing that, the devil is going to come 10 times harder to try to knock you down. Guess what, you guys? I have to pay property taxes. My property taxes have to be or is due in June. And this is almost $500 of property taxes that I have to pay, because I was homeless. I didn't have any income at the time. It kept building up. So like, I have to pay that. It sucks, you know? It sucks, you guys. It really sucks, but it's okay. Everything works out the way it's supposed to. Don't give up. We cannot give up, because once we give up, then we've let the devil win. And it's so easy to give up. It really is. I had a little, not really a mental breakdown. I guess it was. I mean, I did cry when I found out the news. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Johnny and I, we were talking this morning. We were like, what are we going to do? You know, and see, you can't just rely on donating to make some extra money, because sometimes even just the slightest off of your protein or anything can keep you from donating that day. So now you can't rely on that. So I mean, I've drank lots of fluids. I drink a lot of water. I'm always drinking, and for my Cantiga water right here, I'm always drinking water. It's the protein. One small thing, and it was just a few points away. My protein wasn't high enough. So more protein, get back on eating that chicken. So sad, you guys. But I don't know. I just wanted to do a little rant, if that was okay. I know it's okay. Why am I asking? I know it's okay. And on the good news, we reached 1,000 subscribers. You guys, it's like I want to feel sad because I can't get that little extra income, but when you don't give up, you see better things happening. So I got my 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That was my goal. I wanted to have 1,000. I wanted to reach that 1,000 mark, and we did it. And we did it before the end of the year. So I'm so grateful for that. I'm so blessed of that. If you are new here to my channel, I do post shorts also, and it's more like comical. Definitely go check that out. I sometimes go back through them and I'm like, is that really me? I'm an introvert, you guys. I feel like I used to be an extrovert. I used to like want to go out and meet new people and do this, but I've become a big introvert now at the age of 29. You know, I'd rather stay in my home with my lovely cats and my lovely partner than go out to a club, you know, or go out to a bar, or I would even go to a picnic. I would love to go to a picnic. But back then I always just wanted to go out every single day, every weekend. But now I don't want to go out. I want to stay home. So I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. My good friend actually blew up some really pretty gold balloons that said 1,000, and it had a little star next to it. That was the cutest thing ever. So thank you to that. So yeah, everything works out the way it should. So I can't stress too much. Please don't stress too much. I know that life can be stressful, especially in some stressful times right now, but if you don't give up, things will only look up. I promise you that. Just don't, you can't give up. It's so easy to, but please do not give up. I believe in you guys. All right, well, he's probably going to be coming out in a little bit, and I have to go use the bathroom. He gratefully was able to donate, so that's good for him, so he can take his little extra money and do what he wants with it. I know that he's trying to do something with it. I don't really know what, but I'm grateful for that. And you know, I have a partner. I'm grateful for that also. Like, I'm not doing this alone. It could be hard doing things alone too, but I have him to fall back on if I need to, and he's there to help me, to rescue me. I'm so grateful for that. So, devil, you are not winning. You are trying to win, but you will never win. And that's why the Lord casted you away and put you away. So, anyways, okay, you guys, well, I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me, and if you made it to the end of this video, please like it. Let me know that you made it. If not, I'm glad you made it. Thank you so much, and thank you for 1,000 of you guys. That is incredible. So grateful for that. And yeah, okay, well, I will see you guys in the next video. If you want to see more of me, like I said, I do post more on my shorts, so you can definitely see more on there. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things the whole week. Hold on, you guys. Okay, sorry, I keep looking. I'm probably not going to edit this video out just because, like I said, my phone is off, and I actually got kicked out of Vlo. Well, I didn't get kicked out of the app that I use, but I do use an app to help edit my videos. I do use Vlo, which is a really good app, by the way. But I got kicked out of my subscription because I had to erase a lot of my data here on my phone because I film with my phone. So now I have to wait or pay that subscription. And I might do that, but yeah. Okay, well, I love you guys, and stay safe out there. Don't give up. Don't let the devil win. I love you guys with all my heart, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.